straight news, just straight. Everybody was just straight. And then all of a sudden, like, celebrities started marrying Bennifer, and then it went from news to, like, reality TV. And then when they realized that the Inquirer and they were making money off of, bogus information, and people wanted to watch it like movies or shows, then they started, whoa, we got these people hooked. And then it went from National Geographic went from, safaris and animal shows to nothing but reality TV shows. And so the news is just nothing but a reality TV show. And I'm telling you, telling the truth about Putin, whether he – and I – look, I don't want to go hang out with Putin. And I don't think he's my buddy. And I don't trust him. But I would like to know the facts. I just like to know the facts. Unbiased facts about him, about it. The other thing, folks, look into the European Eastern Bloc in the last 30 years. There's been a lot of war, a lot of death that no one ever talked about because it's not convenient. So do your homework and look what happened in Syria, and look what happened in Belarus, and look what happened in Crimea, and look, just open your eyes to Turkey, and just open your eyes, folks. It's not as simple as what MSNBC is sharing. Good station. Look at Al Jazeera. CNN,
yes.
Even Fox News.
Even BBC. Even BBC.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't listen to American news. You can't.
No.
You can't listen to because it's too opinionated. It's slanted.
It's slanted. It sells. That's what sells. It sells.
Yeah.
COVID. How did COVID end 3 weeks ago? Because the news stopped talking about it. That's it. It didn't end. Couldn't have gone anywhere. It couldn't have gone anywhere. We couldn't have had a variant every 3 to 4 months, and then there's no variant anymore, and it's all gone. Like, it doesn't end one day because the news stops talking about it, guys.
It's interesting. I made an appointment with my general practitioner, and when I made my appointment, I was surprised when the receptionist says, "You have to take a COVID test before you come to the doctor's office." So I'm saying, really? Well, last time I got tested, I was negative. So now I'm trying to figure out. I'm saying to myself, well, where do I go for a COVID test that's going to give me the results right away? So I called up the doctor's office. I said, listen, can I bring in the COVID test and let the doctor administer the test? Oh, yeah, that's fine. Well, the moral of the story is that I'm still negative. But, if the doctor should provide the test. If you're going to come to the office, then test everyone before they, if that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I guess if I was positive, they would have sent me home.
Which would have been too late. You would have already been there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, dude, I just flew. That was a trip, man. I went to Arizona, and it was just hilarious, dude. So, I walk up to the airport, and outside of the airport, like literally, no one's wearing masks. Nobody. And the moment you step in, 80% of the people are wearing masks except the people eating and drinking. The 20% of the people eating and drinking are mixed within the 80% of the people, right? They're standing in line. They're drinking, eating pretzels over here, somewhere in the food court. Not everybody in the food court is even eating and drinking. They're just sitting there because it's a place to sit. And then and then for some reason, dude, you all put your mask on and get in a like a sardine can, right? And then you sit elbow to elbow with each other, and then the flight attendants, they hand you all these drinks that are covered in their covered with their hands and not cleaned, and there's no it's the silliest thing ever. And then you grab your mask with your same dirty hands that they just touched everybody with, and the seats and the chairs and the luggage, and they're moving around everybody's luggage. moving around but so it's got a deadly virus on it, like, right? A deadly virus. And they're moving around. I saw one flight attendant. She said, "Sir, you need to put up your mask." And then some lady handed her a blanket that she was using to put up in the luggage. So she grabs the lady's blanket. It's got to be probably the dirtiest thing you can think of. I mean, someone's blanket, right? Face, whatever. And she puts it up. Right. But she tells someone to put their mask up. And then the funniest thing is, dude, the same flight attendant goes up to the front, and during the pre-flight speech, takes her mask down under her chin. I video recorded it because I thought it was hilarious, and talks about the FAA federal regulations of keeping your masks up. And she's standing in the aisle telling everybody, you need to keep your mask up. You got to put it up during sips and during, you got to take a snack. I was like, are you literally insane? I'm like looking at insanity happening around me. It was insanity. And we're sitting there, with our little woolly tails. Like, we're just the dumbest people in the world. Dumb. We're just dumb, dude. I felt ashamed.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have to, now, to travel within the U.S., do you have to have a negative COVID test?
No. So what I did
none of that stuff anymore.
Nah. So what I did is I got a breakfast, and then I asked the lady for a water, and I got it. So I dumped out the water, and I left the straw in there, so it was an empty cup. And I just walked through the airport the whole time with an empty cup and a straw after I drink my water. So when someone looked at me, I just put my cup and straw up to my mouth and, sipped on air, and then I just kept walking. Right. So that's a cool tip if you need a tip. Because somehow, that's safe.
Right, but I guess I'm asking the question, is it mandated now you have to get a COVID shot to fly?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. I haven't flown in a while, so I don't know what they're doing. I haven't heard anything. Do you have to produce a negative COVID test before you fly or something? They asked that in the past. Okay.
No. Just wear your mask in the airport and on the plane. Oh yeah, and masks that have been proven not to work, right? Because that already came out too.
Of course. But
it makes everybody feel better because it's the administration is.
See, the thing is the interesting part about the mask, right, is the mask covers the nose and the mouth. Well, if this thing is airborne, what about your eyes? What about if the fluid particles get in your eyes? Can't that still get into your body that way?
Yeah, it's a mucous membrane, man. It's all just
exactly.
About
So if you're going to cover your nose and your mouth, why don't you cover your eyes? I mean, I'm just saying.
It's on every surface. It's on every surface.
Exactly.
You get up, you touch the back of a chair, you touch your face. You go to the bathroom, you open the door, you just got contaminated. You go in, you use the toilet paper that someone else touched, you just got contaminated. You use the faucet or the knob to clean your hands, you're contaminated. You use the paper towels. People don't just like grab it with like they're playing, what was that game where you took the bones out of the surgeon game? Operation?
Operation.
Yeah, we don't walk around
playing
Operation where it goes, you just touch the edge of the paper towel area.
Yeah, Operation.
Decontaminate. No, dude, we're if you don't want to pass something, don't go in public. You can't do it. You walk up to the grocery store lady with the plexiglass, and then she hands you a receipt, and she bags all your groceries. And then you take your groceries, you put them in a cart, put them in your car, you go home, your kids all help you put them away, and you've just been contaminated. But there's plexiglass for 3 feet, So that's what we're being conditioned with. So if we're being conditioned with a non-reality, just please be careful of what else is non-reality. That's all I think we're trying to make sense of here.
Yeah.
Weak
common sense says, that's a funny acronym, but I have to say that, fear is of the devil, love is God. God is not a fear. And when you don't have God in your life, you will be led by anything or anyone. And it's sad. You know, I just thank God for keeping his hands on me, my family, my friends, my loved ones. And I pray for those who are still sleeping, that they be awoken. You know, but some people will not be awoken in their own lifetime, and that's sad. Hope that they'll be awoken in their next lifetime.
I think they are. I think people are waking up. You know, I think that a lot of people are waking up, and that's the one good thing about Donald Trump is whether you believe he's the next best president or not, he did definitely shake it up, you know, and really made things come to the. He agitated the waters and brought things to the surface. And I'm glad he did, because I had no idea that all this stuff was happening in our education system. I was trusting teachers like I was supposed to. You know, I was trusting politicians, and I knew they were taking a cut, right? But as long as they leave me alone, and I was willing to give them my peace so that they left me alone, I was good with it. And then the next thing you know, man, it's some nasty stuff going on. Some nasty stuff. And I don't think people are going to let this go. They're not going to let this go, bub.
Yeah.
They're not going to let this go. I mean, dude, people are still masking kids, and adults are taking pictures with them unmasked. It's insanity. And you know what? Shame on those parents for letting it. That's their fault. Weak-ass men is what it is. Shame on them. You know what? I would quit my job if I had to. And actually, believe me, we literally escaped Illinois by breaking into our retirement and taking a major hit to leave there. So weak-ass men out there, shame on you. Shame on you for not doing what it takes to keep your kids' hearts and minds safe and secure, and sending them to school with a mask on while the adults around them look at them like they're little non-humans. Shame on them. Shame on them, dude. And if they don't want help, stay in California and stay there for good.
Amen. Listen, see if you can do a shout out. See if we could bring somebody on Wednesday. We only got about 15 minutes left, so I doubt if Dr. Earl or candidate Hayes is going to call in now. You know, for those that are tuning in, please follow American First Patriot Podcast. On Twitter, it's USA First Patriot First Podcast. Let me double check. Excuse me. Only on Twitter, it's USA First Podcast. But look for American First Patriot Podcast, or you can go to linktree.com/American First Patriot Podcast, and you can find all our social media links. We just formed our Twitter page about a month ago now, and we're over 2,600 followers. So we thank all our followers and supporters, you know, for your support and your follow and your comments. Would you like to add anything, Jarrod?
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. And then, you know, we always like to talk about what is a patriot. A patriot is really anybody who just believes in the national anthem, the Pledge of Allegiance, whether you're left, right, center, up, down. You believe in what America is and will be. You know, this is about uniting, not dividing. This is about making things transparent. And asking people to just be open-minded. And if you want to come on here and debate us, hang out with us, talk, chat, that's okay. If you're like-minded and you want to just come on here and hang out, you don't even have to be ready, prepared. Just jump on, say hello. join in like we're on a fireside chat, man. Just barbecuing and hanging out.
Exactly.
Come